Oh, the button didn't work. Come on, work button. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Wine Crosser, Jessica Smith. There you go, Spam Chat. What is up, everybody? We got Mark C in here. Oh my gosh. The second I start talking, Knox, you want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? Hello, Goofy. You want to speak? Speak. 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 Come on. Don't yell at me. Speak. Oh boy. All right. Go on. All right. I can kill the music here real quick. What is up? We got, oh man, what's a lot going on here? Habitual Line Daddy. I am not that. Such a good boy. I try to make him a good boy. Everyone seems to be doing good. What is, oh, I'm trying to see what's going on. Oh, Jessica Smith. Hey, one of my mods mind taking care of that? Much appreciated. What is up, everybody? The Grandpa Buff t-shirt. Oh, yes! Yeah, I was like, oh, am I wearing one? Oh, no, I'm wearing the, would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. Oh, don't you call attention to me or attention to the room for me. HLC from Mass. Trying to live, bro. You ain't wrong. Friendly neighborhood war criminal. What is up? The Canadians are here. Would you intercept me? Everyone wants it. Mr. Korean War Grandpa is watching this, and he likes your buff character. Braids alter in his time Air Force because he was a repairman. Okay.
So he likes the buff. The buff is the easiest voice for me to do, so that's the one that I kind of just keep going into.
Sorry. Let me see. Trying to keep up. Welcome to HLC Live. I call him Mr. Homework because he does. Zach, Jesus. Why does my username need to be intercepted? I don't know. You'd have to ask the kid. Angry Cops needs to be a character. He was. If you go through my videos, there's one called Angry Chops. He was an AH-64 Apache attack helicopter. Would I do World War I planes as a character? I will try. There's a lot of like throwback history ones that people have been asking for, but guys, I've been so busy this week. I haven't even had time to like check the regular news. I have like one article that I'm like maybe going to work on, but I just haven't had time. Do Scotland? I'm not very good at the Scotland accent, but I try. Can I do? This is the thing. Once I'm out of the military and I have more control over my schedule, I plan on doing a whole bunch of different collaborations because I'll actually have time. I won't have to get up, work one job, come home, record for another job, and edit everything, and then just go from there. Is that my dog? Yes, that's one of my dogs. The other one's over here. Knox, go to your bed, dude. Go on, go to bed. Knox, go to bed. Bed. Has the kid managed to defeat that possum with the old chicken nugget? I don't know, man. Can the David Sling replace Patriot? So I do want to, because everyone's asking about air defense, I do want to start comparing air defense systems, and at least the best I can, because it's really hard to compare air defense systems because they each have their own things that they're good at and bad at. So we'll try. I don't know enough about David Sling. Apparently it is in the same engagement envelope or around the same engagement envelope, but I don't know its proficiency. I'll be honest with you. What did I think of your channel, Future Airman? I didn't have I haven't had time to go look, man. I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. Honorable discharge. That's what I'm going for. What is my favorite accent to do? The buff, hands down. Salutations and benediction. Is benedictions the right word there? Fuck it, we'll send. Rampant Fury, thank you so much. Saw your unsubscribe talking about mechs. Yes. Recruitment would skyrocket if real Gundams or Titans were a thing. Yeah, that's an unfortunate reality. Oh, Phoenix, what are you saying? Are you in here? Phoenix, I gotta mod you. Are you in here? Hold on. Phoenix texted me. Or will message me. Oh, well, yeah. Phoenix, I'm here. Sorry. Love you, brother. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it, my dude. Sorry, I'm trying to just stay up on everything. What? What just happened? Whoa, what just happened there? I don't know what just happened. It said OBS disconnected and then reconnected. Sorry, guys, about that. But yeah, Smoke Detector is, I met him earlier this week. He's a good dude. He's an interesting character. Sorry about that, guys. We're back, though. I don't know if it's just me, but YouTube didn't tell me you're live. I had to go to your channel to find it. I'm sorry, Kyle. My stream is lagging out. Is it? I'm showing 25 frames per second at 8,000 kilobytes per second. It looks okay now. It was just, we had a hiccup. I don't know why. Does it look okay now, guys? That's what I need to know. Oh, what you gonna send me? Bobby J, thank you so much, my dude. There we go. I just want to make sure. Will you be coming to New Mexico when you get out? Yes, absolutely. That's where I'm going to end up living. The kid broke it in the live stream. Bastard. He's in there fighting some other marsupial. I think that's the right word. F-35 fault. Is Nova in here? What is my favorite plane? The F4U Corsair. It's actually one that I haven't done for this entire, the entirety of me doing this stuff. The F4U Corsair is my favorite aircraft. If I were going to do, like a, favorite jet aircraft, would be the F-14 Tomcat. I like, don't get me wrong, people are like, why not the F-22? The F-22 is great, don't get me wrong, it's a fucking great aircraft, but the F-14 was just built out of necessity, and I love that about it. What's an average day for Grandpa Buff? Let me see.
Well, it really depends on if I got any night bomb.
I gotta be able to hear myself, hold on.
If I got any night bombing going on. If I don't have any night bombing, then I usually wake up between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. And hopefully I make it to the bathroom before I shit myself. And then I wake up at the nice ripe time of around 11 a.m. and I just do whatever the fuck I want. I'm 70 years old. I mean, what do you want from me? That's just pretty much an average day. They say, hey, Mr. Buff, Grandpa, I need you to come and fucking unalive some people and change some topography. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm on my way. And other times, they just leave me the fuck alone on the runway.
I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for that, so that's the best I could give you. Have I ever heard of a game called Tabs, Total Accurate Battle Simulator? Imagine putting U.S. Marines against Spartan from the Roman Empire. I actually have one of those battle simulators. I have the UEBS, the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. That's the one that I have. And I fuck around with that. That's how I learned Space Marines are a force to be fucking reckoned with. I don't know anything about 40K. It looks cool as shit. I have no idea where to start with 40K. For an experiment, could the buff do the live stream? If I could, I wouldn't mind doing that. The voice is a little rough, but trying to get the overlay and everything to work while live is not really a capability I have right now. The Geneva suggestions, dear. The Corsair is my favorite. What about the original Lightning? Don't get me wrong, I do like the Lightning. It's the P-38, right? P-38 Lightning, if I'm remembering correctly. Because the 51's the Mustang, the 48's... Fuck, what's the 48? Is there a 48? It's a 42. Fuck, I don't know. I think it's the 38. But the original Lightning, it was good, don't get me wrong. But like, if we're talking World War II aircraft, I love the P-51. It's fucking great, don't get me wrong. I love American weapons, but I gotta hand that one to the Brits. It is... Quit licking your dick slowly and sensually on camera. Your mother just texted me. No, don't come over here. Go to bed. Go to bed, Knox. I love you. Go to bed. I'm sorry you guys had to deal with that. I am so sorry. Knox, bed. Bed. I love you. Go to bed. Knox, bed. Jesus. Sorry, I got way off topic there. But it would be the Spitfire. The Brits, I love the Spitfire. It's just, it's a cool name for a plane. It was a really well-built plane. It was a really capable plane. I just like the Spitfire. Do I have any brief advice for those who want to do 20 plus years in the National Guard Reserves? I hope this is a quick question. I listed to my state guard as an E3 at year 4 now in my career. Well, I will tell you is in general, the military is easy as long as you just try. It really is. Everyone who like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. If they get out in basic training, it's because they didn't try. Or they got severely injured. Like, severely. Because they'll recycle you for fucking anything. You got a broken leg, they will wait till that shit heals and send you back through basic training. Like, they need people bad. So you got the hard part over and done with. What I will tell you is everything you do, Uncle Sam, and I love Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam has given me everything that I've had in my life, right? Like, the Army has been good to me. It's been kind of rough on me, too. But what I will say is Uncle Sam will always get his. You have to watch out for you. So go to college, go get a trade, go, start a business, do everything you need to do for you on the side, because Uncle Sam will be there. That's what I would tell you for the 20 years. Because all these guys who get out of the military and never had a plan, what do? They go sell cars outside a military installation because they have no other skills. That's how. Have I ever played Age of Empires? I fucking love Age of Empires. Sorry, I'm trying to catch back up here, guys. All right, there we go. People like, no, stop looking there. P-47 Thunderbolt. Was it the P-47? I'm sorry, guys. I'm off. You can tell that I don't know much about that aircraft. Yo, just a frozen Canadian. From what I know about, there's about 25% chance U.S. military. Wait, about 25%. Is it true Americans can have boots on the ground anywhere in less than 24 hours? Yes. MEUs, Marine Expeditionary Units from the United States, are specifically designed this way. They are designed to be anywhere in the world in 24 hours. That's why they're like self-contained units, right? So they have their own aviation, they have their own logistics, they have their own, infantry, armor, like everything you would need to support an organization for a short period of time. Boom, goes with them. The other benefit we have is we have the greatest logistics infrastructure of any country that has ever existed. Fight me if you want to. Like, don't get me wrong, Romans had good logistics. The Egyptians had good logistics. But it didn't span the entirety of the planet. The Brits didn't even have an entire planet of fucking logistics the way we do. We can guarantee something will get somewhere. Now, granted, that's just because of the development of the aircraft and America's overwhelming power. But, so the logistics infrastructure, and that also relies heavily on our allies. Because you can't just fly from, you can with enough tankers from here to here. Sometimes you have to land here, grab fuel and parts, land here. And so like our allies over across the pond, Germany, France, Great Britain, Romania, like all those, we stop in there a lot. So it is a lot on our allies to help us out there. So that's part of the reason we have that. This is a family-friendly show here. He wasn't listening. Now he's in the small bed and licking his paw. Whatever. What kind of voice do I do for the SR-71? I've done the SR-71 before, but I just did like a regular voice. I couldn't figure out something for the SR-71. It's a really cool aircraft. How do I word this? I love the SR-71. It's a great aircraft. Don't get me wrong. It is, Mach 3 plus capable. It was just a feat of modern engineering, and it was something really, really cool. It kind of pains me to say this, but it needs to be said. It's also way overhyped. I hate, it's fast, cool. It's a surveillance aircraft, cool. It doesn't bring much else to the table. It has no hard points for munitions. Now it looked just like an SR-71, but it actually had hard points and shit for fucking munitions. And that one is way underhyped. Do the F-18 accent? What do you want to talk about the F-18 accent? That's all you're going to get. Will the South rise again? I hope not. This is the thing, okay? I'm all about people, embracing their history. When people say, I used to believe it, and then I really learned more about history. When people that's my heritage. Your heritage lasted shorter than high school? The Confederate States of America was 3 years and 9 months. Just saying. Like, I got it. That you may be from that part of the world, but that is a small portion of your lengthy family history. So that's my thought process on it. What happened to your love of the hurricane? The Hawker Hurricane? I do like the Hawker Hurricane. I do. Well, they look... Okay, hold on. All right, nerds. Which one is the Spitfire? Which one is the Hawker Hurricane? I'll give you a couple seconds to look at them both. This... Let me make sure I got it right. I don't even think it says it on it. Nope, doesn't even say it on it. This should be the Hawker Hurricane. No, did I have that wrong? Gotta look at the wing design. Hawker Hurricane Spitfire. The Hawker Hurricane was like the Spitfire off of Wish. I love it. Great. They produced a metric fuck ton of them because they were cheaper. They were made of wood. They were easier to produce. So, yeah. Spitfire left hand, Spitfire left hand. Everybody, Spitfire left hand, Spitfire left hand. Everyone was ready for it. All you, like, fucking try a hard one, bro. Sorry. I just want to go for a walk and talk to them. Best line the kid has ever had in a while. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Somebody said something about a 5th gen Iranian, and I really want to say that 5th gen. The IAIO, fuck, I am dyslexic as shit. Kaher 313. I'm going to write that down. I will make it a character because I'm going to look up everything about it. I really want to learn about that. Would you ever do a collab with M. Sloan 98, Australian history nerd TikToker? Chris Valenti. But you don't understand. No, but you don't understand. Oh, yes! So I watch Chris. I follow Chris on TikTok. I would love to do a collab with that guy. I don't think he knows I exist, which is okay. That is perfectly fine. There's a couple other large creators that I've reached out to that have acknowledged that I exist, but maybe I'm just not their cup of tea. And that's okay. That is perfectly fine, man. Chris Valenti, absolutely. I don't know M. Sloan 98. I'm not familiar with him. Just imagine 40K, the kid, and the Warthog, all the same person. But with cocaine, meth, and a whole... Oh my God.
Intercept me?
Real men have small dogs. Thank you so much.
Me.
Have you watched Fallout on Prime?
I have.
Been listening to a Fallout Radio YouTube channel for the past week and just can't help but think about the XB70 Valkyrie. Sorry my dude, I need to see my lady. Thank you for the content, bud.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you so much for your support. I'm trying to stay... Yeah, you guys are Spitfire. Yeah, Spitfire was left hand. You guys were all on top of that. I'm trying to catch back up here. Since real men have little dogs, since that one actually announced in my ear, I had to... by the way, guys, don't go buy Razer Black Shark Pro V2s. They are hot fucking garbage. I've had these things for 5 months, and now whenever I turn them on, all that's in my ears is just dee-doo. Like, they keep on disconnecting and reconnecting. Went to the website. Apparently, it's a known issue with the software in there. So, don't buy those fucking headphones. So, I had to switch to my gym headphones. But, anyways... You want the XB70 Valkyrie. Let me look into the I know the XB70 Valkyrie. I got to look into it. I don't know everything about every aircraft, guys, and I try and get as much as I possibly can. Spit was left hand. Everyone was on top of that. Yes, they are garbage. What's with the title so ominous? So next week I will be out of the area, so I won't be able to stream on Friday. And my wife was like, "You should let people know at the end." And I was like, "You know what? No, I'm going to let them know at the beginning, just in case, so everyone's aware. Like, hey, I'm not going to be here next Friday, guys. There's the wedding, and I have to officiate it. I'm just kidding. I ain't got. You think I could officiate a wedding? Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. Howdy, ladies. Patriot Alpha. What is going on here? We're going to give you some horns. There we go. Certified trash fire. Whoa. Yo, if the use is... Hold on. Yo, if the U.S. is losing 90% of its aircraft on the ground in the... So we're losing 90% of our aircraft on the ground in simulations? I'm not being a smartass, but I don't think we're looking at the same simulations. The number is far less than that. But here's the kicker, right? Let's say that the Chinese hit us with everything they have, right? Let's say they hit us with everything they have. Nuclear and everything, right? Aside from mutually assured destruction. Let's say they get all the first shots off and the first shot's in. Okay, let's give them that. They can hit the living fuck out. They can turn the entire continental United States into just a wasteland. They can eliminate the entirety of the United States of America. They can even fuck up Alaska and Hawaii. They can fucking take those, right? Just wipe them out. The counterattack that is going to come from all the submarines, the carriers, the jets, the fucking tanks, everything that we have stashed around the world. Like, we're like a fucking hoarder, but like a weird prepper. Like, we just stash shit in other people's countries. The amount of firepower and servicemen and fucking equipment that is out there just stashed away in the world is fucking wild. So I think that is the only thing kind of ensuring us at this point. I mean, well, amongst other things. Does that make sense? The subs alone can end it all. Yeah. I mean, I think, what is it? 2 Ohio-class submarines, if I'm remembering. Either Ohio or Florida-class. Might be. Yeah, I think it's Ohio-class. Submarines can literally end the planet. All they have to do is just hit the exact same spot with their nuclear weapons and all of them, and they'll crack the planet in half. Theoretically. We don't know for sure, but, like, we got a pretty good feeling. Buff officiating a wedding. Buy all your audio equipment from the guitar store. I need to upgrade this mic. I got new headphones coming, but that's, yeah. The Hurricane was made before the Spitfire. It had a production line in 39. Yes, the Spitfires were, they were more powerful, more maneuverable, more resilient. They didn't have the raw materials to produce as many of them. So usually, if I'm remembering correctly, I was reading about it, they would put like 4 Hurricanes with 1 Spitfire in like a strike package, I guess, like if they were going to go intercept bombers, because the bombers usually had like some kind of cover, and that's how they would split it up. The Hawkers would go for the fucking 2 Hawkers would go for the bombers because they could handle those, and then 2 Hawkers would go with the Spitfire for the fighters. If I'm remembering, that was the split of the 5. I don't know, or at least that was one way they did it. What is going on, everybody? Sorry, I'm trying to catch back up again. Tango here, you forgot about how Nike Hurt could be programmed to be a surface-to-surface missile. You are correct. But I believe that was a capability of Nike Ajax, Nike Hercules, Nike Zeus, and Nike Spartan. But we only talk about it with Nike Hercules because Nike Hercules was so widely produced. But yes, you are absolutely correct. The surface-to-surface, I did forego that. But you know what's interesting? Russia still does that, which is... We learned a long time ago, if you try and make a system good at multiple things, it's going to fail at being good at both of them. So we just make ours like, that's purpose-built for that. If you had me to simulation, you're losing 90% of them. So I'm trying to figure out, like, in what capacity. So, like, if you're talking about them just sitting on the ground... Cool, enemy attacks, whatever. It's easy to hit aircraft on the ground. But America has a fuck ton of... I don't think people understand how many combat aircraft we have compared... Okay. The fleet of F-35s that the United States has. By the way, it's 450, in case you were wondering. We have 450 F-35s. Just F-35s. That fleet alone is bigger than about 85% of all air forces out there in the world. All of them. So that's just our F-35 fleet. That's not counting the 15s, the 16s, the 22s. Well, 22 is only like 170. The the fucking VTOL Marine one. Fucking, what the hell's it called? The Harrier. Which we ain't got very many of those left. But yeah, there's just a lot of shit. Now, granted, having greater numbers doesn't win you the war, but it does help. Okay, I'm being totally honest with you. Having greater numbers doesn't always guarantee you victory that day, but doesn't hurt. 13 groups moving around, or at least. Okay, watching this while being drunk goes hard. Thank you, funky Marco. There's a game called Advance Wars from Game Boy Advance. Bro, I used to, I played that way back in the day. Way, I never got into it anymore. Ohio class, SSB, and my beloved. You ain't seen nothing yet. The Counter-Strike that would come from that. EMP is what they're going to do to cut off communication and dumpster. Not. So, not many people watched my video on EMPs, which is kind of disappointing because EMPs are like and I'm not talking shit here, Hellraiser. I'm not talking shit to you, man, but like a lot of people didn't watch that because I wanted to see like how dangerous is an EMP, like how and everyone always talks about that, like boom, you airburst an EMP, you can wipe out a whole country, and that's absolutely correct. But do you know why no one plans for that? Because how easy it is to shield equipment from an EMP. Like almost down to our Humvees are shielded from EMP to a point, right? Like obviously if I'm directly underneath it, it might fuck some shit up. But most of our equipment it's going to be just fine. So that's why like Russia even threw out the idea. They're like, this is a dumb idea because America's equipment is shielded from it. Our equipment is shielded from it. It's just so easy to overcome an EMP. So, yes, a filing cabinet concealed from EMP. Yeah, you're not wrong. Florida doesn't have nukes, just tomahawks, if I remember right. I don't know what Florida has. I assume they have some GMD down there in Florida. Which is scarier, Russian 5th gen or a redneck with 2 shotguns duct taped to an Icon A5? Okay, it depends on the context. Am I in the Russian 5th gen? Because that's pretty fucking terrifying. Not like me scaring people, like I'm scared it's going to fall apart. I hope that... And I don't even know what an Icon A5 is. Now I have to look up. Now I have to look that up. I'm not going to be Googling everything all night, guys, but... In case you guys were wondering what an Icon A5 is. Now I understand the joke a little bit better. I do got to give them the benefit of the doubt. The Su-57 is like a good Gen 4 aircraft, 4.5 maybe. It's slightly more stealth or harder to detect than non-stealth aircraft, if that makes sense. How do I feel about the Grumman F6? I don't know anything about it. Is that the Hell something, isn't it? That was one on board the boats that had the fold-up wings, if I'm remembering correctly. 3 Hurricanes and 1 Spit, if I remember right. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little behind, guys. I'm trying to catch up. What is my favorite American experimental aircraft? Ooh. Please have gen numbers. So what is the equivalent air defense? Hold on. So what is the equivalent... And planes have gen numbers. What is the equivalent for air defense? And you guys give them... You know... Fuck. We've never done, like, generations of air defense. That's like a... Now you got me fucked up. I mean, we just break it down by elevation. You know, lower tier and upper tier. That's so we never break it on like down by like technology wise. I don't know if you guys know this. Like people like, man, Patriot's got to be so smart and so advanced. This cell phone right here, my cell phone, your cell phone, unless you got like a flip phone, right? Your cell phone processes more information than an entire Patriot missile defense system. But here's the kicker, right? So when Patriot was designed, and I'm going into my nerd stuff here, right? When Patriot was designed, let me back up. My father-in-law, my stepfather-in-law is a computer programmer, and he says, and I quote, computer programmers nowadays are lazy. And the reason why they're lazy is because they have exponential growth that they can make their program. Meaning that they can, if they're like, hey, I got to write this program and it's 50 gigabytes, so be it. No one cares because you have that much storage, right? You have terabytes, petabytes, right? Like that's not a big deal. But computer programmers way back in the day had to make everything really small and make it make sense and be as thin of a line of code as they possibly could because they didn't have exponential growth that they could put in these codes. So Patriot, when it was made, it ran off an octal binary. I don't know if you guys know that, but I had to learn octal binary in AIT when I was learning about Patriot. I had to learn how to read octal binary. We still get, like, when I do a fucking special test on my launchers, it's technically binary because it's zeros and ones, but I mean, each of those zeros and ones mean something. But yeah, that's how much Grandpa was Carl. COD developers are extra lazy. You know what, Funky? You are right. Nail on the head. My favorite experimental aircraft. Yeah, oh, it just came out. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. It just came out. They were just announced it. It was the first supersonic aircraft that has ever not made a sonic boom. Like, it's designed to go like Mach 3 or 5 or some shit like that, right? But it doesn't make a sonic boom. It doesn't break the sound barrier as it's going through. It's completely silent, which is fucking wild. God bless America. We just do shit because. There you go. There's proof right there. Somebody else out there came out with a supersonic aircraft that didn't break the sound barrier. Everyone would be like, oh my God, this is super dangerous. But because America did it, they're like, figures, fuck. Like they're just okay. That's how much shit we've made in the world is people are just totally okay with it. You can come out tomorrow and be like, yeah, the United States created a super nuke that could fit in the bottom of a ballpoint pen, and the world would be like, figures, fuck. Like, no one would give a shit. BMP3 moment trying to do everything. Cannot hear you over the sound of the F-35. Can your green merch be used as OCP's undershirt? No, and the reason I did that is I went down to Bunker, and those guys are great, by the way. It is a privilege to work with Bunker Branding. Like, those guys are really, really good people. And I was down there talking with my handler, John. I say he's my handler. Kid's like 20 years old, but he works his ass off. He's a good kid. And I was like, hey, can we do like a tan undershirt style? And he's like, well, which one fits the tan or green undershirt? And I was looking through the colors, and bro, there were so many color combinations, and I was like, fuck, I don't know which ones of these are AR670-1 compliant. I have no idea. So, at your own discretion, I guess? Maybe? I don't know Marine regulations. Oh, you said OCP undershirt, that's Army. I wouldn't recommend it. Harrier, oh man, I'm way behind. Hold on. The UK asked the US to build Spitfire. We made a P-51 instead. That's why we have the same engine. The Merlin, man, the Merlin. Do you know how much money you would have right now if you could go and find a fucking Merlin engine? Because of how rare they are. Like, I don't think you guys realize how rare Merlin engines are. Like, there's people who have them, like, in a rusting pile, and they're like, don't touch it. It is an original Merlin engine. Those things are so fucking rare. But, yeah, Rolls-Royce. Chalk it up to Rolls-Royce, man. They built a great fucking motor, man. Ever hear the aircraft carrier Hawk test? No. There was an aircraft carrier Hawk test in 03. Witness told you it launched, went under the water, came out under the carrier, and still intercepted the target. Huh. That's fucking wild, man. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. Oh my god, there's so many. Turkey has the TF Con. It looks like an F. It looks F-22. Turkey built a 5th gen? I'm going to have to look into that. Turkey's 5th gen. I'm going to write that down. I love that joke, by the way. Sometimes, like, I be reading y'all's comments, and the jokes you drop are just so good. And I have to, like, use them. And if I get a chance to reach out to somebody, I'll be like, hey, man, can I use that joke? And they're like, usually people are like, oh, hell yeah. And I'll let people know where I came from. I've got no problem with that. Sorry, trying to catch up. The Hellcat. Yeah, the F6F Hellcat. I don't know anything about the F6F Hellcat. Weapons 175 rated to cringe. Zimmer skimmer. Base 8 binary are interesting. Yup. Who's the electrical engineer for the machine used to do trajectory for the ICBM? I have no idea who that electrical engineer is. Or the engineer in general. Somebody said, hey, HLC, what do you think about the Israeli... So I got to look into their air defense systems. I know they have a really good layered system. I don't know enough about it to make an explanation. The X-59 is the current test. Yes, that's the one. Now they need a condom that doesn't break. Well, I see your message there, Lord Allah. I just can't respond to you because it's squiggle dot to you as well, my dude. I'm sorry. I'm not being an ass. I'm just being honest. All right, we're at Glue for Brains now. Okay. Glue for Brains, by the way, thank you so much for the donation. I'm trying to say, that's a little disingenuous. Never underestimate specialized hardware. The Patriot may be weaker, but the 200,000 AI render server. That's true. Maybe. I don't know. It's a really weird thing. Like, because there's not a lot of information flow because it's very simple code. It's not like, I don't know, but it is, I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know enough about fucking coding. I really don't. I know IBCS, the new system, has a server rack. I'm 6'2". It's as tall as me, a server rack, just full of fucking gigabytes of servers because that thing processes that much information. So it's a big step in the different direction. Like it's huge, man. What is up, Texas Tunic? I like it when you write. Don't judge me, Bubba. What about the videos, historical air battles and bombing and your characters breaking it down from their POV and capabilities? I do want to work on something like that. So that's actually, I'm not even going to write that down because I've already... So Skinny Thor, I've been trying to... It's a difficult transition. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I literally use a filter to do the eyes and mouth thing. And now I'm trying to do that on my own outside of where I get that filter from. So it's like, it's tough. A Meteor or Merlin engine? Oh, yeah, dude. They're rebuilding them for old jet boats? No shit. Is it possible to kick a country out of NATO? I believe you can vote them out like fucking Survivor style, I think? Question mark? Flares chat for Jesus. Nothing can save you from HLC. It's like all my mods are in here, just like trying to one-up each other to get people to join the Discord and to subscribe. I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. What's up, Nova? I've done Patriot as a character. I just haven't really used them very much, and I need to. I really need to. It's ironic considering it's my job. I see Nova made it. Oh, there's Phoenix. That's what I needed. Shit. You're gonna hear me for a second. I'm gonna hear myself. Fuck. Hit the wrong button. Fuck. Come on. Why is this not working? Hang on, guys. I can't see the video.
Love games, but
wow, no, we don't want an ad. Hold on. I gotta fix it. Where's he at? I'm trying to find Phoenix. Phoenix was giving me a hard time. He's like, "Oh, I'm not a mod on YouTube," and I'm like, "Well, we're gonna fix that." When you coming back? Coming on the... Oh, there's Dick Frost. Hey, man. Dude. I don't even have a video ready for tomorrow, and I've been wanting to get one ready for tomorrow, bro. I've had no time. I'm so sorry. My Sergeant Major figured out that I can make videos, and he's like, oh, I need a video for this. I need a video for this. I need a video for this. And I'm like, fuck, man. I'm trying to stay on top of everything, but like work is kicking my ass. Where in the fuck is Phoenix? There's Phoenix. There we go. I got you, Phoenix. Sorry, it took me a minute. All right. Do I have a Space Force voice? So I considered it, Alexander. I considered doing a Space Force voice. The downside is if I do any Space Force voice, I have two options. This is the thing. I try not to do anything anyone else has done, because when you do, you have two options. Either A, you can do it as an homage to them, which is okay. However, when you do that, their following gets really territorial. Nothing against them. They're just, I mean, I would expect if you saw somebody else like making a Grandpa Buff and trying to outdo me, you guys would probably be like, hey, don't fucking steal from HLC, man. And that's fine. Like, I don't care if people use the eyes and mouth. Just create your own characters. That's all I want you to do. Just make your own. I don't give a shit. Or I could try and do it as my own, which means that everyone who follows that person is going to compare me to them. So get Nico Ortiz to do it for me. I know Nico. I met Nico. I don't have his number. I haven't talked to him in a while. Intel leaked by the UK believes show the Russians have gained so much combat data. Huh. I did not know that. The sanctions are keeping them from utilizing data and bettering their equipment. Because they probably can't get the right parts and shit that they need. I don't know. Can someone tell me what the Lord guy is saying? Because I'd like to know what the squiggle squiggle dot dot is. I mean, is he either like, hey man, you're hilarious, I love your stuff, or is he like, I hate you, death to you? Maybe. There we go. I'm trying to catch back up. I was a little caught up. Bro, you can have Patriot system in chat shooting down missiles. Give that guy a rump. Oh yeah, I forgot he's in here. Shoots down missile. What picture are you using for the... I'm looking at you right here. That wasn't my shot. Here, I'm going to show you my shot. I mean, let me... where's that folder? There they are. Okay, here we're going to go to this one. That was one of my shots. Oh, it's kind of covered up by the puppy cam. There you go. That was one of my shots. That's a good looking shot. I know. Oh, it went off because I was on the other thing and I haven't changed the other overlay to stop yet. In part 2 of your air defense history, you said the Stinger was first U.S. manpad. Did you not know about the Red Eye or consider part of the Stinger's development? Okay, so there is some things that I did leave out because the Red Eye was an incredibly important part of the Stinger's development, and the Red Eye was like all of our testing got used on Russian equipment in fucking Afghanistan. I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't even put the Red Eye in my notes. There's some things that I missed out on. Like some people were bringing up the M2 90mm gun and the 120mm anti-aircraft gun that we made. There was some that brought up apparently some people got very upset that I missed the I think it's the M17, because I went over the M13, the M16, and I just didn't go over, I think it was the M17, the one, I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was 250 cals and like a 30mm. So there's some that I missed, and I feel bad because I was trying to keep it like boom, light, fast, keep going, and I missed some things, and I kind of feel bad about that. So we'll see if we can fix that in the future, man. My bad. Did you hear Russia may have captured a Leopard 2 Alpha 6? I did hear about that. I mean, this is the thing. I need people to understand that no piece of equipment is invincible. Not even Patriot. It's not. American aircraft carriers are not invincible. So when you're in like war, knockdown, drag out war, especially. So here's the thing: did they capture it in battle? Like that's the big question. They're going to say they captured it in battle. We know that's what Russia's going to say. But did they capture it in battle, or did the Ukrainians run out of ammunition or fuel for it? And they're just like, "Fuck, we need to come and get more, and then bring it back to this tank." And they left, and the Russians were like, "Oh, this is mine, yoink." Could have happened. I don't know. I saw pictures of one being transported. I think the claim was in Russia. But I have no way to confirm that information. The data these systems put out is... Oh,
would you intercept me?
Daddy Rob!
I'd intercept me.
Daddy Rob is in here.
Nose hair removal kit.
Bro, that shit hurts so fucking bad. After I posted that video, Angry Cops, Rich, he texted me. He's like, he was so excited. He's like, did you feel the pop? Man, it's my favorite part. Like, you need therapy. The fuck is wrong with you? Whoever just messaged me on Facebook, bro, I've checked my literal Facebook messages like once. Gonna have to hit me up on like Discord or something, shoot me a DM and then let me know you're shooting me a DM. Like, get a hold of my mods. If it's that important, just get a hold of my mods. I gotta get my email open back up. Charge Sergeant Major for... So that's what the thing is. Kind of. You're not wrong, Devin. So, he said charge a freelancer fee for your creative time based off of your YouTube income. And yes, I'm doing something kind of like that. I'm not charging them. I'm saying it's a donation. Because I am literally videotaping it with the camera that I'm using right here. I'm using my fucking clip-on mics. I'm using my mic or my stands. I'm editing it in my software. So it is ultimately Habitual Line Crosser Incorporated donating this to his to the army. So Space Force should be HAL 9000. Good morning, Dave. I can also speak English. Oh, see, hey man. What were you saying in the squiggle stuff? I was trying to stay up with it. I was just... And I say squiggle stuff, sorry. It might have been in Arabic, but I don't want to be... It could also have been a jubilee of other languages. I have no idea. Just made it to stream. Also, just made a hybrid arsenal ship aircraft carrier. Ooh. Bro, has any of y'all ever played Empyrean Galactic Survival? If you haven't, it's on Steam if you got a PC. And it's like Minecraft... for grown-ups, okay? And the reason why is so you can build literally anything you want. And I'm not even joking. Like you can build ground vehicles, like hover vehicles. You can build small vessels, or you can build capital vessels. And capital vessels are literally enormous. Let me put it to you this way. I downloaded a blueprint and I built a capital vessel. And you know what it was? It was the flying fucking aircraft carrier from the Avengers. And then I hollowed out part of it so I could park my vehicles inside there and kind of like took down the bridge so it was shorter and like I could park other capital vessels on top of it. And yeah, I did some dumb shit. But Empyrean Galactic Survival, that shit pulled me way in. Someone said Minecraft is for grown-ups. F-22, what the fuck is that? Why F-23, the ghost in the night you fear? Someone get the popcorn. I'm out. F-15 and 16, and Buff just chilling in the back. Though I like the idea of the YF-23, but it's also fucking huge. For my next nose hair removal kit. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Daddy Rob. Daddy Rob. You should just change your name to Daddy Rob. Dude always coming in here making it rain on me. I feel like I should dance for it. Yeah, Rich is a fucking asshole, man. It was a 2A4 and both recovery vehicles got destroyed trying to get it. Really? I believe it. But honestly, man, I feel... Granted, I shoots down 2 missiles at once. Patriot system, you've done better than that. Fun fact, everybody. In 2019, Saudi Arabian Patriot downed... Hold on. Yes, 6 missiles in 45 seconds. So, when I tell you guys, the system can fight like a motherfucker, I'm not joking. Like, the world was like, you did what? And they're like, the Saudis, because the Saudis have Patriot, they're like, we took out 6 missiles. And they're like, yeah, but you did it in like under a minute. You just push and tell it to go and it kaboom, it blows up. It's done. It's that easy. I mean, it's literally that easy. Point, click, and engage, alert, acknowledge, engage. Boom, you fire. That's it. That's how hard it is. Unless that's as far as I'm going into that. Here comes the missiletism. I'd intercept the like and subscribe. Hold on. Did I miss something else? Rich, therapy? Yeah, dude needs therapy. Do I play Battlefield? I do. I have before, but I literally just play it like by myself, like solo. I know, I'm a loser, man. I don't have time. Like people are like, oh, you play Helldivers? I made a Helldivers post today. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to play Helldivers. If I ever get fucking time. Like this entire weekend, I'm editing this video for my Sergeant Major, probably. And after I get off a stream right here, I'm going to hopefully go look at the news and get enough information to put out a video for tomorrow. Like, guys, I'm burning the midnight oil. Autoloaders from some of the tanks. No shit, they're getting rid of their autoloaders? Rob wants to ask a question for his niece. Hold on, did I miss Mrs. Linecrosser said? Mrs. Linecrosser said I missed something from Daddy Rob. I'm looking for Rob. Mrs. Linecrosser is going to get mad at me if I don't do it. Can Patriot run in auto mode? Yes. It's a kind of. We do have an auto switch. We call it going gun safe green. Well, sorry. Oh man, someone's going to clip that and be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Gun safe red. Fuck. I'm retarded. Mrs. Linecrosser said... Okay, Daddy Rob, I'm looking for the regular question. I can't keep up with chat. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna go back down to the bottom. Rob, go ahead and message again, and I'm gonna try and pay attention. I'm so sorry, my dude. Mrs. Linecrosser's getting mad at me. My rifle was always my favorite weapon. Bullets, powder with a top secret brew of octane and gunpowder. That's fair. I'm looking for shoots down missile. Good job, Patriot. Patriot as an acronym is cheeks. Exactly. It's not an acronym. It's just Patriot. Fucking. It's just Patriot. There's none of this. Phase the ray, track while scan, and receive and intercept on target. That's some fucking Poindexter ass West Pointer sitting in his fucking goddamn office chair somewhere in like in an S3 going. Oh, the battalion commander's gonna love this. And he put it on a poster, and the battalion commander tried convincing everybody that it's a fucking acronym. I hate that shit so much. Just like when they called the LTAMs the Ghost Eye. We will never call it the Ghost Eye. I'm looking for Rob. Rob had a question for his niece, and I'm trying to answer that. He hasn't yet? Hey, engineer, what? Oop. I use iron sights. I mean, pretty close. Pretty close. If you could only attend one concert for the rest of your life, which band would it be and why? Ooh, okay, all right. If it is like we're talking about infinite, forever, no problem, Queen, Freddie Mercury, fuck it. Oh shit! Jeffrey Lyons is in here. We're gonna give him some horns. Where's the horns? There we go. There's Daddy Rob. Jesus, Daddy Rob. Me? Let my niece watch Paw Patrol at the end.
Let my niece watch Paw Patrol. At the end, Sky, the smallest girl pup, gets superpowers. She saves a city from a meteor shower. She wants to know if the rocket thing, Patriot, could do the same.
That's actually a good... I mean, okay. Could we hit meteors? Yes, absolutely. Would we do enough to them? That's a big variable. That is a huge... So we could hit them, but I don't know if we'd hit them hard enough to stop them or break them up and make sure nobody's hurt. I hope that makes sense for Rob's niece. What do I think of the F-5? Oh, the little training aircraft thing? It's cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, I call it training aircraft. It was used as... It's an aggressor aircraft for us now.
Would you intercept me?
Plague Doctor, holy cow.
I'd intercept me.
Yo, just letting you know that we are super thankful for your videos. My grandfather was in the military and he said your impersonation of the Buff is absolutely spot on. He loves your Don't Touch the Boats shirt.
Thank you guys so much. Like that's my drug, I guess you could say. Not donations, but like that's my drug is when people tell me that I've helped them through something or that I've made them happy or that I bring something to life for them. Like that is the shit that keeps me going, man. Like, and I hope everyone finds that thing. Like, no matter what you do in life, I guess this is my little fucking grasshopper speech. No matter what you do in life, be great at it and find something that drives you. Like before I got, big into social media, my thing that drove me in the military is I hate 90% of the United States Army. Like what it does and how I have to do it. Hold on. Oh, Mrs. Linecrosser wanted me to clarify, Rob, to your niece that Sky is stronger than Patriot. There you go. But anyways, so sorry, I gotta stop for Mrs. Linecrosser, guys. I have to. But one of the things that I loved, so I hate like 90% of what I do in the Army. I don't like waking up early. I hate answering stupid rhetorical questions. Why did your guy get a DUI? I don't fucking know. Because he's retarded? His parents are related? He ate paint chips as a kid? He drank gasoline? I don't fucking know. And so, like, that part irritates the shit out of me, right? Being out in the hot and the cold, like, it sucks. It just fucking sucks. But the thing that kept me going for so long, I don't care about me. I've never really cared about me, right? I'm not, that's just not the way I am. I loved when, like, somebody was all jacked up. And I could take them and mold them, whether it's through like counseling or coaching, teaching, whatever I needed to use as a leader to take those tools. And then they could curse the ground I walk on. I would see them up there getting promoted, getting awarded, and they'd be like, fuck Sergeant Long. But guess what? I know they're up there because of me, because of the effort that I put in. That was my drug, man. Before like I got big into social media, that was my thing. I love seeing fuck ups succeed. Like, and I hope that makes sense. Like, I don't want like just people who are fucked up to be, successful and like get everything better than everyone else. But I love when a fuck up fixes themselves and succeeds. Like that was my drug. I hope that makes sense, guys. Slam Ram son looked at G.I. Joe vehicle and said, "We can build it." I'm not familiar with what the Slam Ram is. Now I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Surface launched AMRAAM. Oh, God bless America. What is it? The question I have, okay, so I have a myriad of questions for this, but my main question is, what is it guided by? Because AMRAAMs are radar guided, if I'm not mistaken. They should be Fox 3s. AIM 120 AMRAAM should be radar guided, because AIM 9s are thermal. I think I got that right. Comeback stories are great. But I'm glad your grandfather liked the shirt, man. And I'm glad it's your grandfather, right? Yes. I'm glad that he enjoys my impersonation of the Buff. I'm glad he loves the shirt. Plague Doctor, thank you so much for your continued support. All you guys, thank you all for being here. Don't touch the boats. I don't know. I saw an F5 late. I see him out here all the time because Altus Air Force Base uses them for training aircraft. So they're out here pretty regularly. Because like all the guys that I work with were all Army guys. So like they know one aircraft, the A-10. Everything else to them is a fucking might as well be an F-22. Like they know what an A-10 is, and maybe a C-130 and a C-17 because that's all we ever get to see. So when like a jet flies by, it was me and my buddy Rotten Reaper, whose little stickers right here. We would be like hanging out outside with them, and they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" And we both look, and I'd be like F5. Because they do training missions over us all the time. And sometimes they're like F-16s. There's some F-16s, I think, like they were at least passing through. Because we looked up one time and I was like, it's going to be an F-5. And I was like, that's an F-16. Huh. Have I seen China's new B-2 ripoff? They show like, bro, I'm telling you. And they have the audacity, Robert. They have the audacity to say, like, I've never done the live Chinese accent, but fuck it, we're gonna do it. America, we can detect your precious B-21. I just feel so fucking weird letting it know. Letting it know? What? What the fuck did I just say? I feel so weird like using that. There's a fly. There's a fly on your pants, Roto. Are you okay? How many Patriot missiles would it take to save the dinosaurs from a meteor? Ooh, good question. How big is the meteor? Well, I think the one that hit the Gulf of Mexico. That's why the Gulf of Mexico exists. At least that's the theory. But I don't know. Carry the one. All of them. Yeah. And then we're still probably going to fail. Like, here's the thing, guys. Like, yeah, there's things that go pop in Patriot missiles that make them work better at being more deadlier. Like, those exist, but hitting a plane and hitting a rock are two very different, like, I need to stop a rock. That's, okay, we're going to completely change what is in this missile now. I need to stop a plane. Oh, no, that's fine. That's good. We'll stop a plane. Bro, I have no idea. All right, let me see. Have I heard about the South Korean stealth aircraft KF-21. I'm not. I didn't know that they started making, like, everyone else is coming out with 5th gens. I'd been out of the loop, guys. All I'm saying is, I'm going to say it as the kid. I need to find a reason to use it. I'm not going to use this joke, but I'm going to use a different joke. But canards are gay. That's, yeah. I noticed that no American aircraft, with the exception of the B-1 that I found, has canards. I don't know why we just don't use them. We decided thrust vectoring was better than canards. Like, that's where we're at. If you ever come down to Tucson, Arizona, we got to go to the range and the Pima Air Museum. There's an air museum out in Tucson. Well, this is the thing. So I would love to. But so, like, household 6 downstairs, she gets weirded out every time I go meet, like, an internet person. So I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that. Have I heard about the South Korean? Oh yeah, no, we did that. I thought you were asking something else. Sorry. F-18, F-16, or F-22 would win a dogfight. Ooh, no. What? Oh, Keegan, that's a hard... So, okay. F-16. I hate it. I hate admitting that. I hate it. I hate every part about it. But if you take all 3 of those aircraft and you put them in a turn against each other, okay? Let's say the F-16 is in the front. It's going to outturn the F-18 and get in behind it. Let's say it's in the back. It's going to turn inside of the F-18 or the F-22 and go ahead and rock it. And I hate that. But the F-22 is not necessarily designed... I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a dogfighter. Like, it has the ability to be a dogfighter. But the F-22 is designed, just like the F-35, to kill you before you ever knew it existed. So, like, getting into a whatever it's called, a fucking nose-to-nose aircraft combat shit that they do, dude, my brain is not working at full capacity right now. I'm so fucking, like, just tired and overwhelmed from this week. If you get into that, you weren't that plane's target. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, F-16, and I hate just the F-16 is just, it's really, really good. Unless they launch the AIM-120 in Pitbull or go Pitbull at a certain range, not far-fetched. Yeah, but the AIM-120 has a limited seeker on it, so you couldn't launch it in Pitbull. If you have to start with the Great China, I broke the fucking typing assistance. What?
The Great China. The Great China has...
I can't even... Every time I say the Great China, it gets me too.
The Great China has a great new stealth aircraft that America can touch, and we can detect your precious B-21.
I'm sorry. Oh, I hate when it does that. Canards, cheap, thrust vectoring, expensive. You're not wrong. You're right on the nail there. What's going on next Friday? I'll be out of town. I got a wedding to go to. It's gonna suck. I'm just kidding. I feel good for him. Like okay. Look, I'm gonna let you all in on something, and I'm pretty sure everyone in here, with the exception of Nova, is a dude. Okay. We need to start something. This is what we need to fucking start. We need to fucking make this swiffer across the nation. Having an expensive destination wedding is fucking stupid. You know what's better and cheaper? What's way better? Oh, man. Is Mrs. Linecrosser says my in-laws are watching, so I gotta be nice. What's way better is having a destination honeymoon. Where you can just, like, that says, like, to me, it doesn't make sense to spend a ton of money to have a bunch of people watch me stand there and say 2 words. I do. Like, it's illogical to me. Why not just, hey, if you want to show up, you can, and we're going to go do this, and you can get me a wedding gift, and we're just going to go do something together. Because I think that a memorable honeymoon is more important than a memorable wedding day. And the whole thing of, like, you're a princess, it's all started, like, I don't know if you guys realize, like, historically, the whole you're a princess on your wedding, and the whole, like, diamonds thing from De Beers is, like, the greatest success in advertising aside from bottled water that, like, the world has ever seen. Sorry, I like the 2 individuals getting married. I'm just not a fan of going to weddings.
Would you intercept me?
My niece thanks you.
Intercept me.
And
My
I will
niece
add
thanks
she's...
you, and I will add she is Ukrainian. Lucky to get here. The F-22 is going to intercept UHLC.
Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate being here. And I'm glad that she's happy about that. Like that I like other people's kids. I don't want kids, but I like other people's kids. Thank you for the most chaotic, mean voice acting I've witnessed. I have successfully monetized multiple personality disorder, and I do it for you guys. Honestly, it's weird. I never really thought I would get into voice acting. I guess it's kind of what I do, but I never thought I would get into it because I. Oh, Mrs. Linecrosser, hold on. I'll tell him in a second, Mrs. Linecrosser. Ever since I was a kid, so if there's any young people in here watching this, ever since I was a kid, I would like watch movies and TVs, and I would like practice their lines and their accents and like the way they would enunciate things. And it's just something I've always like kind of done. So like doing accents has never really been difficult for me. Some accents, some of them, you Greeks and you Israelis, man, like fuck. And then somebody's like, oh, something's going on in Turkmenistan. What the fuck does Turkmenistan sound like? Like I have no idea. So there's like 260 countries and they all want a specific accent. Shit. Okay, but Mrs. Linecrosser wants me to tell you all about our COVID wedding, which was the best. I'm telling you boys, with the exception of Nova, okay, I don't think there's any other girls in here, I'll be totally honest with you guys. But I had a COVID wedding, and we were like, man, COVID wedding, that sounds... No, it was great. It was great. I could tell everyone else I didn't want them to show up because of COVID reasons. It was literally my mom, my nephew, my wife's mom, her stepdad, her dad, and her brother, and then her best friend. That was it. Oh, and then like the photographer and the guy officiating it, which I found on Thumbtack, I think was the name of the thing. And he just showed up, read his stuff, paid the dude, and like that was it. That was great. It was wonderful. That was hands down, my wedding is the best wedding I've ever been to.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept you.
Take me to dinner first. Hang on. I'm trying to catch up here. Think we need an airsoft paintball match with you and the members of the Unsub crew, bro. I'm trying to get a video together for you guys. I'm trying to write your congressman or something because I'm trying to get the powers that be here on Fort Sill to approve the Unsub guys coming down and doing like basic training shit. Now I know Nick and Eli have already both done it, but Cody and Brandon haven't. So I think that'll be interesting. And I hope it goes through. Right now it's with the powers that be, and I hope they buy into it. Bubba, you're just married? Congratulations, Mazel Tov. HLC, hope your day's going better than mine. Shut down an interstate for 4 hours. Ooh. Ouch.
Would you
Gunfox,
intercept
I'm glad
me?
you're okay, man. Oh my gosh.
I'd intercept me.
Nathan, thank you so much.
The Chinook, its voice should be a Midwest Soccer Mum XD.
I was trying to do Arlie Ermy for the Chinook. I was trying. I can get the cadence right. I just can't get the tone right. Like the, what the fuck? Like I can get the cadence, just not the tone. The janitor, are you going to take me to dinner first? No, thank you so much, man. Can the F-16 do the Cobra maneuver? No, but hold on, time out. I love when people bring up the Cobra maneuver. Cobra maneuver is really, really good at one thing, and that one thing is increasing your radar cross-section for radar-guided munitions and lining yourself up perfectly for a machine gun shot. It is the most efficient way to bleed off all your airspeed while simultaneously increasing your radar cross-section. The only reason it worked in Maverick, that little Cobra maneuver he did, is because he fired an AIM-9 Sidewinder, which is a heat seeker. Now, it may work against a heat seeker, but radar-guided, nope. Machine guns, nope. So keep that in mind. Crackhead speed, Red Bull. So I've done the SR-71 before. I just haven't done a lot. Patriot, identify as air defense. I certainly hope so. By the way, since we got the Patriot system here, you guys are going to hear me use some big words, but we're going to fuck with him a little bit, okay? Since the Patriot system is here, where's the printout of your baseline and T-Wood? I need your 5988s fully line dated. When is the last time you purged the CLET? Check the hours on the radar, and I'm going to need you to do a radar map. I need that by COB. Ha-ha! And then check the torque tubes on LS 1 and 3. All right. I'm just kidding. Those words didn't mean anything. I just made that up. Nose-to-nose dogfight is 1 circle, and nose-to-tail is 2 circle. Okay. See, I learned something new there, Michael. Thank you so much. One circle dogfight. I now know. Donut was named. Oh, never mind. Donut did it. I'm sorry. I thought Donut was just a cop. Maybe I'm not as big of a Donut fan as you guys are. So Brandon hasn't done it. Fair enough. And I mean, neither has Matt. So, like, not Matt Best, Matt Carrick. Demo Matt. So fuck it. Let's bring both those guys down. That'll be fun. Why not? Speaking of write your congressman, have you seen that YouTube video going around telling kids call their congressman and threaten them about shutting down TikTok? No, I haven't seen that. I have not. That's atrocious. This is the thing, guys. Politics in general is it's a messy world, even for me. And so, like, I try and there's even people who have certain feelings about the way that I portray. I don't know if you guys heard him moo. He just stretched. Big old stretch. Anyways, so even the way I dance around certain topics and I just use a faceless country, politics are dirty. I don't think that children should be mixed in politics. It's okay to encourage your, like teach them about politics, but you shouldn't bring kids to politics. Turn Brandon into a vet, get him through basic. That's part of the plan, kind of. It's going to be like a day in the life type deal. I'm sorry, I now know Cody was in the Navy. I had no idea. People are like, Cody was in the Navy. Like, I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. That's what I told the doctor when he checked my prostate. I think we're sharing too much in here, guys. The Cobra looks cool. Looking cool is rule number one of warfare. Kind of. I think rule number one of warfare is concealment is good, cover is better. That's what I tell everybody. That's my number one rule of combat, of warfare, is concealment is good, cover is better. I actually said that years ago. So I got into a little altercation with my nephew's mom's boyfriend. And then afterwards, he was very upset about how things had turned out and said he was going to conduct a drive-by. So then we were all kind of just like standing by, and I was in the front yard standing behind a tree. And my dad's like, everything okay? Because he had like all the lights turned off and stuff. And I was just like, no, yeah, I mean, concealment's good. Just covers better. Like tree, stop bullet better than like nothing. So yeah, just in case. I'm not printing more 5988s. Go get a clerk to do it. Now we got some military in here. Donut, I love Donut. I just don't get a chance to watch his channel as much as I can. I'm not gonna lie. Did I tell you guys about the first time I met Donut? He's super chill, by the way. Like really, really nice, easy to get along with guy. Him and Brent. I like honestly all the unsub guys. They're really nice people, and I can confidently say that because my wife, who is like a number one great judge of character, she's always right. She's never wrong about this shit. She went with me very recently to my last unsub episode. And I was like, just meet these guys for yourself, feel them out, see what you think. And she was like, they genuinely care about you and they want you to succeed and they are in your corner and these guys are all great. And I was like, yes, vindication. That's what I needed. Yeah. They gave an F-16 AI as the F-22. So that AI, I was talking about that a little while ago. Sorry, I'm scrolling down still, guys. It was an AI learning algorithm, and if you guys ever watched the show, it's on Netflix called Killer Robots. It's really cool. This was still simulation. This wasn't quite in an aircraft yet. And they took the AI and they put it on like 12 different computers and they had it run 24 hours a day for like 10 months straight. So they gave this program 30 plus years of combat experience in an F-16, which is fucking wild. And then they pitted it against an actual pilot. And it won like 8 out of 10 fights. And part of the reason it won is because it didn't act like a human. It had no sense of self-preservation. So most pilots, they consider the dominant position, that came out weird, someone's going to clip that. The dominant position in a dogfight is behind the enemy aircraft. You want to be behind them. Well, here's the thing. The AI decided throughout all of its research and whatever it was looking into, that the dominant position towards an enemy aircraft is actually down and straight towards the nose of it, like coming down from above towards the nose of it. And it was winning that way, which is fucking wild. So I thought that was really cool. Protocol 4. I missed Protocol 4. Somebody said Protocol 4. Come on, Buffalo. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's a good boy. Here, Rain. Hang on. Don't be nosy. That's my good boy. No, you don't get no more. Yeah, that's right. Good boy. All right, go lay down. Go lay down, my fat dude. Go on. Go lay down. Knox, go. Go. All right, sorry. HLC in the truck needs to be PMCS all the trailers as well. Oh, yeah, I need 2 of the trailers and the maintenance bay by 8. Gunfox, you can... No. No. I'm not doing that. I have no part of that. I'll get the soldiers to do it. I got meetings this morning. Oh, yeah, did you catch the pic of the F-22? It's an unclassified photos. I didn't know what an aircraft can write a Z in the sky. Now I got to open up my Discord. In unclassified photos, I'm going to have to check it out. Thank you, Glue for Brains. Yes, 1 hour in Protocol 4. I'm sorry. Everyone's Protocol 4. Angie, thank you so much for the donation. I'm trying to stay on top of this. You in Vidor, Texas? I'm not in Vidor, Texas. I am in Oklahoma. Hard to catch, harder to hit. Smiley yet satisfying. My number one rule in warfare is not being Russia. Yeah, you know, Keegan, I can't really discredit you for that logic. That's, yeah. I do love Donut, but yeah, no. So when I met Donut for the first time, I had not met him before. So my first time being on Unsub, I'm not saying anything good or bad, about the people who have been on Unsub. First time I was there with Batty and Eli, and then Batty left the show, and then it was me, Nick, and Eli, and I think it was just us. No, it was and Tyler Gray. And I had a great time, but that time that I went with Tyler, I had never met him before, and I had never met Donut. And like they were like, "Hey, we're at this restaurant. Just come on in, man. Have a seat with us." I was like, "Oh, cool." And I walk into the restaurant. I just showed up, and it's Eli, it's Brandon, it's Cody, it's freaking Nick, it's Tyler. They had a couple other people. They had what the hell's his name? Administrative Results. I don't know his real name. I met him. I didn't know he was important until after I met him. Like I just saw him. I was like, "All right, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, how's it going?" Shook his hand, and then like his shit started popping up. I was like, "Fuck, this dude was a big deal." Shit. But yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, just have a seat wherever, man." And the only spot that was open was across from Nick, who I'd never met in person. Me and Nick have been friends for a couple of years now, but I'd never met Nick in person. And right next to Donut. And don't get me wrong, Eli is great. I love Eli. I love Cody. I love all those guys. Sorry, I say I love Cody, but stay with me. I was internally fangirling on another fucking level, sitting next to Donut. Like this is the thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love all these guys. But Donut, I was just like, just play it cool. Like, I was pouring sweat sitting next to Donut. Like, just don't be fucking stupid. And he's like, "Hey, man, what's up? What do you do?" And he was like super chill with me. And I was just like, hi, you're beautiful. I know. Oh, shit. So yeah, it was weird. It was fucking awkward. It was really awkward. So yeah, Mrs. HLC is the CO. She is absolutely the CO. You love that dog. He's just... Knox is like having a big, furry college roommate. That dog is ready to do anything at any time. Like, watch. You want to get drunk? That's a first. He usually jumps up for that right away. Are you feeling okay, dude? Knox, you want a beer? Nothing. Maybe he knows I'm screwing with him. Mrs. HLC needs to be the E3s. I need to just bring her in for an episode or two. I haven't. HLC over here name dropping. He's used to guys fun. Leave me alone, okay? Mrs. HLC is the GOAT. He's like, "Bro, I'm sleeping." He's conked out. But here's the thing. If I pet Rain, Miss Rain, come here, baby Rain. Aw. Nothing. Usually the second I touch Rain, he's like, okay, he's still breathing, okay? But he's like having a college roommate, man. He farts, he snores. Like, last night he accidentally farted out 2 poo nuggets. It happens. He always like acts like, "I'm so sorry," but I'll wake up and I'll look next to him and there's like a nugget on his bed and I'm like, For real, dude. It's not a full turd. It's just a nugget. That's all it is. All right, Miss Rain, you can go lay down. Go lay down. Yeah, that poor dude. Miss Rain, I don't know if you've been asked about it, but have you thought about doing the MH6? I do like little birds. You know, I've actually never thought of doing a little bird. Huh. I can't believe I haven't thought of doing a little bird. I mean, it's probably because they're not very commonly used in, like, the news. Like, you don't hear about them very much. Over donut and not future president 4 times purple. You know what I found out? So, again, word of mouth from other people. So, I'm sure everyone in here is familiar with the name Clint Romeshay. If you're not, it's okay. I will help you. Clint Romeshay was the Medal of Honor recipient who earned his Medal of Honor in Kop Keating in the Battle of Kamdesh. If you've ever seen the movie The Outpost, that's Clint Romeshay. And so Clint Romeshay is a friend of Eli's and Matt's, and like he knows all those guys. And apparently, again, this is secondhand. I've never met Clint myself. I've never met him. He is like the most unassuming, nonchalant guy about his Medal of Honor. Like, he will get drunk and let people wear it. And they're like, fuck it, you want to wear it? Apparently that's like a thing he does, is he just gets like, he'll get shit-faced with people and just like, here, you want to wear it? And like, that man he is now my favorite Medal of Honor recipient. He absolutely, just because of that, like, I don't give a fuck attitude. Like, I love every part of that. I love that. No, he was not at range day. I did see at the first range day was Tim Kennedy. I saw him. I didn't introduce myself. He was just, I mean, everybody was around him. I saw Matt Best. He was there and then gone. I saw Kentucky Ballistics. I saw Crispy. I introduced myself to Crispy, but that was kind of an awkward experience. I don't know if it was awkward for him, but it was awkward as fuck for me. He was like, it was the range day was over, everyone was already like leaving, and I saw him and I was like, oh shit, hey, it's an opportunity. I was like, hey man, love your stuff, love your videos, appreciate everything you've done, big fan. And he's like, oh yeah, cool. And like, that was it. He just said, oh cool. And like, that stopped. And I was like, shit, I gotta think of something else to say, like something else to talk about. And then like someone else came over, started talking to him, and I was like, I'm gonna just fucking just like move away. So I don't know if it was awkward for Crispy, but it was awkward as shit for me. Nothing against him. It's just I'm a really awkward person. Sorry. Any thoughts on getting your own pilot's license? Hold on. Oh, I also saw Leigh McNasty at both range days, and he's a very nice guy. Dude, he is super fucking nice. If you guys don't know who Leigh McNasty is, he's hilarious. He's the, why are you up? Like, bro, that kid, I say that kid, I think, no, he's not older than me. My wife and I watch his videos, so my wife actually got to meet him too, which is pretty cool. So, thoughts on getting your own pilot's license? I tell you right now, Texas Tunic, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Like, just a small single-engine pilot's license, I would love to. Household 6 will not let me. He carries the Medal of Honor in his pocket, according to the unsub guy. Yeah, Eli, that's what he said. He carries it around in his pocket. Clint uses his Medal of Honor to troll people. I think it's fucking great, man. I used to like, okay, if you're in the military, you fantasized about like being a war hero, right? But I didn't do it in the same way. Like other people like wanted like attention and accolades and meet the president and all this shit. I wanted to be a piece of shit. I wanted an excuse to be a piece of shit. Like, you got your Medal of Honor, your first sergeant calls, why weren't you a PT? First sergeant, number one, I don't know if you saluted me over the phone here, so make sure you do that. Number two, my Medal of Honor was hung up on my pillow, so I was unable to get out of bed. I'm sure you know how that feels. Like, I would just be the biggest pile of shit. I just... That's all I wanted. I wanted an excuse to be a piece of shit. On China Obsession server, there's a video of you, the China's fake military strength to wait. On China Obsession server, there's a video of you, the China's fake military strength to episode. Really? Someone tagged me in the Discord. Someone added me. Phoenix, what did you send him? Ooh. I do love me an F-22, goddamn. You guys want to know something weird? something that you're probably not ready to hear. I have never... Okay, I'm a liar. I almost said I've never touched an F-22, but I have. We were in, and I hate saying this, an undisclosed location in Southwest Asia, and one of the guys was walking underneath it, and I was like, "Ooh, this is cool." But at that point in time, I didn't know anything special about it. I was like, "Oh, it's a stealth fighter, cool." Like I touched it, at the end, like can I go to sleep? I didn't know there was anything cool about it. Now, if I went back and they were like, "You want to go see an F-22?" and I'm like, "Fucking does a bear shit in the woods? Let's go, fucking load up. We're going right now." Was it consensual touching? No way, not guitar. No, it was near there. I mean, I don't know why they do it. Like, that's the thing. It's so irritating. Every time you go to certain places in the Middle East, unless it's like Iraq or Afghanistan, they always tell you it's an undisclosed location in Southwest Asia. Bro, where I was at, you can go on vacation. Okay, let me put it that way. Like, there's less than 0% chance of danger. Okay? He intercepted the F-22. As for planes, we're getting F-16 Block 70. Ooh. I don't know much about that version. I need to look at that. Let me get my G suit. You make my day whenever you post a new video. Thank you so much, Catherine. Chelsea's fingerprints +3 to stealth. I love that, Squirrel. That's fucking great, man. I love every bit of that. Was trying to use hypersonic laser and accidentally hit a HIMARS rocket. Hold, what? And because this is Redacted Foundation, I'm not in legal trouble. I don't know. Classified bullets are for bingo list. Your self-packed are for grunts. I like it. USA boats, would you touch me? I found that... I may not be laughing on the outside, but that is funnier than it should be. That is... I have to figure out a way to use that. The Game Clown, do I have your permission to use that? I really want your permission to use that, because I could probably make that really good. HLC, what is it like to be an officer and an air defender? Okay, hypothetically. So I'm an NCO, just so you're aware, but I'm just speaking from what I've worked with officers, and I feel really bad for officers. They get worked to the bone. And the reason is, so you come in as a second lieutenant, and they tell you, get in the van. Your job is to certify. Certify, certify, certify. So they stick you in there and you just run air battle after air battle after air battle. Meanwhile, you're trying to still go to Bubs, Battle Update Brief, Cubs, Command Update Briefs. You're still trying to do your slides. You're still trying to make sure everything's taken care of in your platoon. So that's happening. And then you make 01, or 02, excuse me, which makes you a first lieutenant. And when you're a first lieutenant, then it's all property, 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 because you're an executive officer. And then you make captain. And like, oh man, everything's going good. Army captain is 03, Navy captain is 06, our colonel. So, just so you're aware. Then you make captain, you're like, cool. And now you take command. Cool. So now it's all property and certification, property and certification, property and certification, property and certification. Oh, by the way, you got 3 DUIs this week. You got to handle that shit too. It's fucking nightmarish. And then you make 04, and that makes you a major, so it's either operations or property as the battalion XO. So, dude, I feel so bad for officers. By the way, did he ever give me permission to use that? What program do I use? I literally just use TikTok. But, I mean, you can do it in other places, too. Do you think I could shoot down an F-22? What's the range on a harm? I don't know the range on a harm. Possible. Mrs. Linecrosser. She said yes, permission was given. TFY, yep, nail on the head, by the way. You're saying like, yep, that place. What's it like? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna say, thoughts on the updated F4. Look at my previous super chat. The ones in the graveyard in Mothball. They're bringing back F4s? The ones in the graveyard in Mothball. Hold on, I'm trying to fall. This like. Yeah, if we have to bring out fucking mothballed F4s, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Phantom was a beast, but compared to what we have now, it's just not. So, I don't know. I'm going back to your previous super chat. What did you say? Nope. Number one rule in combat is accuracy by volume. I'm glad you made me scroll back up. That's important. I missed that chat. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. Accuracy by volume. You were a machine gunner. That's how I know. I can't find your previous super chat, Blue Jay. Shit. Are you in my Discord? Are you over 18? Yeah, you gotta be over 18 in the super chat, right? 100% please use it. Yeah! My typing is bad on China. Oh, sorry. On China Observer Channel, the video I quoted as a clip of you at some concert. Oh, yes! Yeah. Yeah, that was, depending, I've had my picture taken a couple times on the system. One of them was inside the van, and if that was the case, that was during Adversarial Assessment 2. It was a test. If it was in a tent and there was one dude next to me who had really good hair and the dude next to him was a black dude, that was IBCS Flight Test 5. I've had a couple of different pictures of me taken. I'm kind of just awesome. I'm just kidding. I'm not awesome. Do I have a Discord server? I do. Just ask it is 18 and up though. I will tell you guys it's 18 and up. We've had some issues with kids, so it's just better to keep it that way. Nothing against. I understand that there's young people that watch my videos. I still feel a little weird about it when people are like, man, my kids love your videos. Like, I am not a role model. I am the furthest thing from. You know how many times I say the word fuck? Like, I'm not a good person. But people are okay with their kids watching it. Hey, it's not my problem. Oh, in the smoke pit, they're talking about me getting a pod slice. I would love to. Household 6. Still got to run by Household 6. Hold on. Rob wants to ask another question. He said he would pay next week. You can ask away, Rob. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on top of it. Mrs. Linecrosser, she's watching everything. I'm trying to get through as fast as I can. Slept in a hammock for 13 months in the sandbox. Really? In a C5? So Gunfox says he might have more miles than a C5, and it's plausible. C5s they're fucking massive. They are huge. They're also woefully unreliable. Like, every time I've been flown, it was C-17 or C-130, because the C-5s were always broken down. A Harm has a 30-mile range. Yeah, no, an F-22 could take us out. We could shoot down the Harm, but we'd never see the F-22. Air velocity and friction, not to mention the jets moving faster. Hold on. Is THAAD better than Patriot? Okay, so that's a great question, Rob. So it's not necessarily better. So better is kind of arbitrary. We use a layered air defense method. So short-range air defense covers this envelope. Patriot covers from here to here. THAAD covers, there's a little bit of overlap there, covers from here to here. Aegis covers kind of over here to overlap both of those. And then GMD covers up here. So better is arbitrary, right? Like, is it better at shooting long-range and intercontinental ballistic missiles than Patriot? Absolutely. Is it better at shooting planes? No, I don't even think THAAD can shoot low enough to hit. I mean, if the plane flew high enough, maybe. Depending on the flight ceiling of the aircraft. It'd have to fly way up there. I can't tell you what numbers those gaps are. Like, I can't give you what those brackets are. I know a couple of them. I don't really know Aegis, like the actual numbers for Aegis. But I hope that makes sense. Mrs. HLC is in chat? Ever fly in a C-141? I have never flown in a C-141. Please make our boat say, would you touch me? I'm going to have to, the Game Clown. I'm going to, like, it's too good of a joke. I don't know if, so this is the thing. The only thing I don't know at this point in time, the Game Clown, is am I going to do it like like the boat is actually trying to do it, or am I going to do it in an ironic way of the boat making fun of the F-22? Like, that's the only part of the joke I haven't figured out yet. But I think that joke, it's going to hit. It's going to hit well. I love that. Yeah. Aegis scares me. Aegis scares fucking everybody. Aegis, this is the thing, man. Question the new hypersonic missile for the F-35. What makes it good? Okay. Great question. Okay, so there's a couple of different things that make it good. One of the things that make it good is it is obviously fast. Right? Fast gives you less time to react to it. But being fast isn't just what you need. So the Kinzhal goes and boom. It's a air launch ballistic missile. Does the Kinzhal move at hypersonic speeds? Yes. Between here and here, while it's way up there. As it comes back into the atmosphere, because it goes exoatmospheric, well, it goes above the Kármán line, which is considered outside the atmosphere. As it comes back in, air, drag, everything slows it down, and it's no longer going hypersonic speeds. The Mako, on the other hand, does, theoretically, we've never used one in combat, does that the entire time. It's accelerating the entire time, so it stays in Mach 5 speeds. How they manage to do that to the outside of an object that isn't getting cooked, I have no idea. So that's one thing, right? It's not going way up. So when something goes way up, number one, it's a lot easier to detect with a radar because remember, the Earth is curved. So as you fire a ballistic missile from over here, while you may be hidden by the horizon in your aircraft, you fire that ballistic missile, it starts to climb like your Kinzhal. Boom, I've detected the Kinzhal and I'm following it the whole way in. This one is just an air launched, and it does kind of what we consider a parabolic and arm trajectory, where you'll see a missile drop, climb, and then drop. And it's not a big climb, it's a small climb. It just goes barely past the aircraft. So that allows the aircraft to stay lower and the object to stay lower and hidden behind the mass terrain for longer. Number 3 reason it's good, is it is short enough and small enough and compact enough that it can fit inside of the F-35 itself, which right now, every hypersonic missile in existence has to be strapped to the outside of an aircraft, so it's no longer stealth, unless you make the missile stealth, which I don't even know if they would do. So it's no longer stealth, so it's kind of pointless. But ours, you can stack away inside. The Mako, we don't have it in full production yet, but you can shove it inside of an F-35 so it can keep its bomb bay doors closed and maintain stealth. So those are 3 reasons, if that makes sense. Sorry, my missiletism took over. All right, hold on. Coke or Pepsi, alternatively left or right Twix. Oh, I'm going to have to say Coke unless I'm drinking rum. Look, guys, I'm going to teach you something right here. If you're over 21, take this with you. Pepsi, stay with me. 1 can of Pepsi, 1 shot of rum, on the rocks, has to be that way. Just regular spiced rum, tastes like cream soda. I love it. I love it. I love it. You got to drink more Pepsi to get enough alcohol to get drunk. But I'm just telling you, like that reference right there, boom, perfect. It's great. It's wonderful. Doesn't work with Coke. I don't know why. But I do. I'm a preferred Coke drinker, especially Mexican Coke. Ooh, my headphones shut off. I just heard them shut off. Or alternatively, left or right Twix. Did it just connect to my damn phone again? It did. There we go. You've jumped from a C-141? I don't even know what a C-141 is. Sorry. Do I have experience? Yeah. I've been doing air defense for 12 out of my 15 years in the United States Army. I don't like smacking people with my resume, and I'm not trying to like hurt any feelings here, and I'm not being a dick, but like some people don't know that I do have a lot of experience. I'm still active duty right now. I enlisted in 2009 as a 19 kilo. I went to Afghanistan, mileage out Afghanistan, came back, loved that job. They said, pick a new job or get out. I became an air defender. I went over to Korea. I in-processed people. I didn't even do air defense shit. I came back here to Fort Sill, and I started crushing it. I broke the 30-second double AMDC record for the fastest +4 time on an AMG. That's a Patriot antenna mess group. And then I got into the van as the communication systems operator. I then very quickly after that became the most high-scoring communication systems operator in our battalion. I created several TTPs myself. And then I became a TCA in a span of 4 days. Just for reference, it takes about 6 months to a year to train a TCA. I did it in 4 days. It wasn't easy. It was not easy, but I did it. So anyways, I did that in 4 days. And then I became, in a month later, I was the top scoring TCA in my battalion. And then I became a battery trainer, and I had the first unit that was considered train ready and ready to deploy in my entire battalion. And then I went to White Sands, and I became the first soldier in history to fire missiles off IBCS at live targets. And now I teach air and missile defense. So, got a little bit of experience. I've done a lot, man. But I mean, it's the thing. I just enjoy what I do, and that's why I want you. What do I think about China versus USA? I might do a breakdown of that. Sorry, totally off topic, but Eagle, I might do a breakdown of that in a long form. The TISM is strong with me. But what I will say is work hard, and I love what I do. But I also want you guys to know that I will try to be incredibly transparent if I don't know something. Like that to me, being correct means more than being right. I hope that makes sense. Like if I don't know, like when you guys are like, what about this aircraft? I don't know. Like I want to give you an answer, but I'm not going to just make shit up. So I do want people to know that like I'm willing to say certain things because I do know. McDonnell Douglas upgraded F-4s. God damn it, it did the thing again. Hold on, I got to scroll back up to it. McDonnell Douglas upgraded F-4s with radar similar to that of an FA-18 Hornet, and a new mission control computer and HUD heads-up display in the IFF. I mean, Kiv 7 should do the trick. MFD, I'm not familiar with that acronym. We're also capable of carrying a variety of advanced air and ground missiles. I mean, this is the thing. It's my problem with the F4s is did they actually have machine guns on them now? Is that what they're doing? Are they like retrofitting these F4s to sell them to somebody, or are we just using them as missile birds? We need to get HLC, VTOL, VR, or no. No, I had DCS. I had to uninstall it. I couldn't figure out how to start the goddamn plane. I don't have, guys, I would love to have time to play video games. I just don't anymore. I love playing video games. It's just whenever I have time to play video games, I just like grab a solo game, play it for an hour, and then I'm just like, I got shit to do. You did set off my TISM, Patriot. HLC super het with payload. Yeah, I flew a ton of C5s. Oh, you were at a Hickam. And McGuire to 6 different continents. No shit. C-130. Yeah, now C-130s. So here's my problem, Gunfox. And you may have been in here before when I brought it up about the different C. So C means cargo. For those of you who don't know, C-130 is a cargo aircraft. C-17, cargo. That's why the AC is the technically attack cargo classification of a C-130. God bless America. Cargo plane. Put guns in it. All of them. I fucking love America. Anyways, I've never flown in a C5. I've seen them, but I've never flown in them. Like I've walked in them. I've seen like how you sit backwards upstairs, I think, yeah. But I've never flown in one. C-17s, I've flown in a lot. C-130s, a couple of times. Like I went from an undisclosed location in Southwest Asia to Jordan in one. And then I went back in one. But anyways, yeah. But C-130 pilots, those guys are... I just imagine some dude up there smoking a Marlboro Red with like a Hawaiian shirt, like Air America style with Mel Gibson just fucking chilling out. Like, because they're not in any rush. Those C-130s, they're not in a rush to get fucking anywhere. C-17 pilots, on the other hand, them motherfuckers, they think they're fighter pilots. You sons of bitches. I can remember sitting in one of those on a fucking flat rack with my backpack in front of me. And by the way, those flat racks in the middle of C-17, while you're riding on them, they have like airplane seats on them, but they're all bunched together super tight. They slide like an inch back and an inch forward every single time the plane accelerates or decelerates. Side note. But I remember feeling our plane like crank up power, and we started skidding on the runway, and then they released power and we fucking climbed in the goddamn stratosphere. You fucking C-17 pilots. I mean, they're good at their job, don't get me wrong, but shit, fucking bastards. HLC is just a badass. I'm far from a badass, man. The TISM is strong with me. I'm speed running the military. Yeah. Jesus, first a YouTube flex and then an Army flex. You want the regular flex? I'm just kidding. I just got back in the gym 2 weeks ago. You leave me alone, guys. So you're finally doing what I did, teaching. I love teaching. I really do. Like that's the one thing that's really kept me around the Army is just like I I fucking love teaching people about this job and about what we do and why we do it and how it works. Like, I can really help mold their minds. And it's great because the position that I'm in is all E6s that want to be E7s that are my job. They have to pass my course. Well, mine and now my battle buddies course, because we got a second instructor. They are for foreign sale to friendly countries. Makes sense. HLC was hanging out in Jordan. Yeah, good old MSAB. We went through MSAB because we had a Patriot unit there. I don't think the Patriot unit's still there. Maybe. I don't fucking know if they're there. My unit shut them down, and then another unit set them up like a week later. C-17 pilots are in a rush to get back to Qatar for the 3 beers a day. Am I familiar with World War II airplanes? Because I'm obsessed. I mean, the big ones, I guess. Your B-17s, your B-25s. So, yeah. Your P-38s, your P-51s, the 42, I already fucked that one up. The 47, 42, whatever the hell it is, I already fucked that up here. So I'm not even going to say that one. The Hawker Hurricane, the Spitfire, the Zero, the Mitsubishi, and then the Stuka. And the BF-109. Wait, is the BF-109 the Stuka? No, BF-109 is the bomber variant. And I'm waiting for the text to come through. My phone just went bzz, bzz, so I'm waiting for the... Oh, wait, no, I forgot. I just turned off the Bluetooth on my phone. So... Someone asked when you're releasing a video on my Memorial Day shirt. So I don't have the Memorial Day shirt yet. It is on its way to me. Once I get it, I will videotape it, I will edit it, and I will get it put out. Because for those of you who did purchase a shirt, again, you don't have to. Don't feel obligated. But I do thank you for supporting and helping share that message. Because now that we're not really at a time of war, I think that it's an opportunity to take a look at those who are still fighting a war here at home, and really watch out for them. And I mean, a couple of them have been friends that I've had that ain't here no more. So that's part of the reason I do what I do. I want to make you guys laugh. I want to make you guys smile. The world's a shit place. And if I can do that, even if it is for 30 seconds to 5 minutes, then I'm going to do that.
Would you intercept
Daddy
me?
Rob again.
I'd intercept me.
HLC, you are a fucking badass. Twitch dollar sources, but I can only do this once. Question: if aliens attack and US town built on another planet, who would be dispatched to repel them and rescue the population?
Ooh, great question. That's a wonderful question. Hold on. Shit, man, there's so many coming in. It's okay, Rob. You don't gotta pay, man. I'm trying to answer everything. If aliens attack US, a town built on another planet. Honestly, and I hate admitting this, I just hate they're America's premier expeditionary force. And that is a Marine Expeditionary Unit. I hate it. I hate admitting that. I fucking hate it. But like, here's the thing. If you want people like in and out quietly, you send special operations. That's what special operations specializes in. Getting in and out quietly, reconnaissance, like surveillance. They're not like Rambo. It's like you send in 3 guys to go kill a whole army. We don't do that. You want to eliminate like the enemy's that way. Okay, cool. Roger, eliminating that way. Okay, you're going to send bombers or you're going to send a Marine Expeditionary Unit. And I hate admitting that. But they're just so goddamn motherfucking good at it. Like, everyone's like, oh, what about the 82nd? 82nd, yeah, you can jump them in. They don't have, like, yes, they have their own aviation. They have their own mortars. They have their own artillery. They got all that shit. They don't have their sustainment. Like, they can't sustain themselves. And God, it pisses me off that I have to say that. Rob, you got me on that on purpose. All right, sorry. You want to see me talk air defense on ships with Drakenfell? I don't know who that is. I would have to do some more homework on ship air defense. Happy weekend. Would you do a long form on an issue the U.S. has? We do not lose wars like NAM and Middle East, but retroactive give up our winnings due to whiny cities. Yes, I mean, so I don't want to steal the Fat Electrician's thunder, because he did explain how, like, I didn't even know how we didn't lose Vietnam. Did you guys know that the North Vietnamese signed a treaty with the United States, and then after we had pulled all our troops out, they attacked Saigon, where we had like 50 people, and we just left? Like, It was like 3 years after a fucking agreement between us and them. They're like, okay, you stay there, we'll stay here. And then like 3 years later, they broke the agreement and we only had like 50 people there, but we didn't have a stomach for war anymore. I didn't know that until the fat electrician explained that shit to me. Yeah. F-14, if I enlisted as you'd be a 14 Echo. But yeah, would I be able to take your class before you leave the Army? Probably not. You'd have to get promoted pretty quickly. I will consider it. I do believe that Russia's war is going to end the same. And here's the thing. Russia's war in Ukraine is going to end one of two ways. And I hate to admit this, okay? The war is not going to end at Ukraine. Sorry, it's just not. It's not. They're going to eye the Baltics or somewhere else next. And the more that the rest of the world puts up with it, the more land they're going to grab. We're all trying to stay nice because we just got out of a conflict. Or option number two is we continue to give weapons and equipment and aid and everything to Ukraine to continue to fight them, which doesn't cost American lives, just costs money. And eventually, Russia themselves, not the government, but the people, lose the stomach for the war. And either Vladimir Putin decides to save face and just pull back, or he gets taken out at knife or gunpoint, which is something that happens remarkably commonly to Russian czars and presidents. Okay, I'm trying to say the Corsair ME-109 was a fighter. The ME-109 was a fighter. BF-109... Oh, it's a fighter. Okay. C-130 firefighting pilots are awesome. Oh, yeah. Dude, those guys, slurry bombers, I'm from Colorado, so big slurry bombers, yeah, we're used to that. HLC, C-17s fly different with near max load. You do agree with me. The C-17 pilots, sorry, I said C-17s fly different with a near max load with trucks and tanks. They can't hot shot off the runway like they love to do with you. C-17 pilots are like HLC in the back. Yep, good. Tower unrestricted climb, please. I've been woken up in a C-17 by my stomach hitting my Adam's apple because we went from fucking 35,000 feet to 10,000 feet like that. And oh, that was not a fun experience. Sorry. To answer your question, Greenland Shark, that would be a member of the National German Socialist Workers' Party. Then what good is Space Force? Space Force will probably get them there, okay? The Marines, maybe, I don't know. Who's HLC? That would be me. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get those out. I got 7 more minutes, and then I can. Well, I promised the missus she gets a Sonic Blast, so I'm gonna go get that. I love Starship Troopers. Really hope this war doesn't get bigger. So here's the thing. Me, history nerd. I love history. I love watching history, and I love paying attention to history. The parallels that can be drawn from the U.S. trying not to get involved in World War II and what is happening right now are fucking staggering. Okay? Isolationism has never gone well for the United States. It's never gone well. We tried to isolate and say, hey, it's not our problem in World War I. What happened? They sank the fucking Lusitania. Don't touch our boats. We're gonna show up, and you're gonna learn what a Marine is, and now they get to call themselves devil dogs because of the Battle of Belleau Wood. Okay? That's you gave them that title because you decided to sink our fucking boat. That's your own goddamn fault. Okay? And then World War II, we're like, hey, it's not our beef. We don't, we just got out of this big depression thing. Like, we're gonna just, hey, we'll here, you can have some metal, you can have some fuel. Like, we'll just keep our distance, which is what we're doing right now. Ironically, the same fucking shit. And then what happens? Everyone's like, it's not our war, it's not our war. And then what happens? Pearl Harbor, and it's like, it's our war. Suddenly, it's our fucking war. Like, I wish people would pay attention to history. I really do. Because in 1939, Mustache Man annexed Austria. In 2018, 17, Mad Man Who Looks Like a Thumb annexed Crimea. Well, then in 1939, Mad Mustache Man invaded Poland and France. Well, then fucking 2021, Mad Thumb Man, that's what I'm going to refer to Putin as, invades Ukraine. Like, the parallels are fucking staggering, guys. And also, by the way, during that time, the Emperor of Japan had his like policy, which was Asia for the Asians. I don't know if any of you guys are aware of this, but fucking Xi Jinping published a memoir, and you know what it's called? Asia for the Asians. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not liking this timeline right now. Operation Praying Mantis. We'd like, and here's the thing, and you also have to look at what else was happening during that. David Bartash, thank you so much. And the other thing that you have to look at is what else happened? Axis and Allies. Who else was a part of that? Italy, right? Italy is on our team this time. We hope, right? Italy was doing some fuck shit. And Italy was just like causing a ruckus, right? We're gonna side with these guys. We're gonna side with these guys. Okay. Well, who else is causing some fuck shit? Iran. Iran took a huge step. I don't think people realize how big of a step it was for Iran to directly attack Israel. I don't think people realize like how much of an escalation that is. Because Iran figured out the cheat code. They figured out the cheat code years ago. If you want to fight the US, but you don't want the US and their allies to show up at your door, pay proxies. They figured that cheat code out a long fucking time ago. Because if we come back at these proxies with a heavy hand, then they're going to complain that you killed a bunch of innocent people and now we have to put in humanitarian aid and we got to set up bases and hospitals and do all this other shit. They figured out the cheat code years ago. So for the fact that they have the audacity and the balls to just go, we're going to attack these people directly is equally terrifying to everything else that the hell that is going on right now. Like it's... Germany and Japan couldn't fight a two-front war like the U.S. could. We did have our own help. Could the USA send the Bradley linebacker to Ukrainians? Actually, no, we can't. There's only one left in existence right now, and it's in the Air Defense Artillery Training Support Facility. However, they are bringing it back. I don't know when they are being produced. I know that BAE Systems got the contract to produce them, but I don't know when they are getting produced. Also took over the colleges, yep. What is up, Melanie? How you doing? Yo, you and me both don't know how, like, how Iran is still in one piece after this shit. Little old boomer wisdom. Wasn't that Roosevelt who originally said it? Or was it? Answer Rob's... Rob had a question? Where's Rob's question? I'm looking for it. Daddy Rob, Daddy Rob, Daddy Rob, Rob. Daddy Rob, Daddy Rob, Daddy Rob, Rob, Daddy Rob, Daddy Rob. I'm scrolling up, looking for Daddy Rob. If I were commander of a U.S. Army base in the Middle East, what would my rank and MOS code? MOS or main occupational specialty is a military occupational specialty. Ooh, not main. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I almost fucked that up. That's kind of whatever, right? If you're a commander, it's usually, for the Army anyways, it ends in alpha. So, like, I am a air defense, so my full MOS is Patriot Fire Control Enhanced Operator Maintainer. So I'm a 14 Echo. Then you also have 14 Tangos, which are Patriot Launch Station Enhanced Operator Maintainers. Those are my launcher dogs. But the officer that works with me is a 14 Alpha, which is shit, I have no idea. I have no clue. But depending on the size of the base. If your base rank is really based off of, like what rank requirement is to be a commander of a base is really based off of how many people are there, how important of an asset it is. So, like, if you're the commander of the number one asset on the defended asset list, you're probably a general officer, like a flag officer, a general, like 1-star, or an admiral. If you're a commander of a smaller base, like there was the small base MSAB in Jordan, I believe that was an Air Force Light Colonel, which is an 05. So, yeah. Hope that makes sense. Crimea's 2014, by the way. Thank you, Dr. Strangelove. I appreciate it. Sorry, I said to scroll up. All right. 1937, second Sino-Japanese War. Yep. Heavy hand, you killed these people. that's I'm not wrong. How much? Ooh, we are at 2 hours. HLC, do you see the news? Hawk system possible? Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we got Hawks heading in. We have a lot of Hawk missiles. There's a ton of Hawk is everywhere because we just never used it. We just built a shit ton. We made 40,000 missiles, and we've given them. There's only like 3 countries in the Middle East that have Hawk, maybe 4. SR-71 Hudson from Black Ops Cold War. I need to make one of. I need to refine my SR-71 character. All right, guys, but I do have to. Patriot System signing off. Dude designated a bro now. Thank you. Fox the Note Girl. Thank you so much. You're designated. You're a bro? I'm a bro? You're a bro. Fuck it. I don't know. I gotta hit the right button though. Alright guys. Well, as always, I will not be here next Friday, so I'm sorry. I will still be producing content. I will still be pushing things out so that way you guys get it. But as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. And I will see you guys right here next time. If you'd like to support the channel and get some merchandise, please go to habituallinecrosser.com. Check out the shirts. We got hats. Also, I'm super excited. There's a new hat coming next week. I've been working really hard on it. I hope you guys like it. Well, at least it'll be ready next week. I don't know if I'm going to launch it next week. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. You didn't hear that. Love you guys.